Good evening, children. This is the second part. Now, the topic is why should we read drama? Now, literature is not something that will be practically implemented just like biology or mathematics or any other subject. So, what is the importance of it? Importance is that it helps us to understand life. God has given us life and we have to understand it. And since we have single life, we can read plenty of books, plenty of dramas, plenty of other sections of literature to understand the beauty of it. And obviously, it will help us to live a meaningful and a very beautiful life. Now, Merchant of Venice is obviously a work of beautiful art. The Merchant of Venice. There lived a merchant in Venice. He was a wealthy merchant. His name was Antonio. He had a very close friend. You can call him the best friend, Bassanio. They were two different bodies, but it seems they have single soul. There was age difference between Antonio and Bassanio. There was age difference, a certain difference of age. What is the difference? That I cannot tell you, I don't know. That is not mentioned anywhere in the book. But it is sure that they are not of same age. Bassanio was a handsome young man and Antonio was a wealthy merchant of Venice. Antonio had multinational business. He has sent many ships to different countries like West Indies, East Indies means India, Mexico, Tripolis, England, France, and in many other countries. But presently he does not have cash in his hand. That means ready money in his hand. When the ships will return, the ships will bring him a huge profit. What was his business? His business was to bring perfume, spices, silk from the other countries, and he used to sell those items in Venice or in Italy at a high price. But presently he does not have cash, and that was his major problem. At the same time, his dearest friend Bassanio wanted to go to Belmont. So one place we have got Venice, Venice, another one is Belmont. So these are the two places. So the settings, we have two places. One is Venice, one is Belmont, Belmont. So all the plots are related to these two places, Venice and Belmont. Venice is real place. If we search, we will get the detail of this place. But Belmont is not a real place. It is an imaginary place. So, two major places, Venice and Belmont. In Belmont lived a rich lady, a rich heir of a dead father. Her father was long dead, and she was very rich, and she was beautiful, even more beautiful than the word beautiful. An entire world wanted to marry her due to her beauty, and more than that, she was wealthy. Bassanio had a great desire to marry Portia, but marrying Portia will not be an easy task. In that case, that person needs to perform in a particular game of lottery called the game of casket. One person needs to choose one of the three caskets. One is of gold, silver and lead. And one of the caskets contains the picture of Portia. And if he chooses the correct casket, the casket contains the picture of Portia, he will win the hands of Portia. So this is the condition to marrying Portia. But more than that, if someone fails in winning the casket or choosing the correct casket, that person, number one, will not marry in his life. That is the first condition. Second condition, he needs to leave Belmont immediately. And third, he will not be allowed to tell anyone which casket he has chosen. So many people come to Belmont to take part in the game of casket, but hardly anyone participates in that one. They come, they enjoy the hospitality of Portia, stay for 2-3 days, then leave Belmont. Since no one wants to be bound to those three conditions. Since Antonio did not have money, he could not help his friend directly to go to Belmont, because going there in Belmont and marry Portia, participate in the game of casket, it's not a matter of joke. Bassanio should have little bit of money to take part in it. Antonio, more than a friend, like a father figure, always gives Bassanio money to start a business or to do any other things, or to enjoy, or to waste the money. But every time Bassanio fails to earn any profit, and most of the time he just spoils the money. So it seems again he needs money from Antonio. But as I told you, Antonio does not have adequate amount of money, so he cannot help Bassanio. So he had to go to a money lender. And what was the name of the money lender? The name of the money lender was Shylock, the antagonist in the drama. So Antonio is the protagonist, Shylock is the antagonist. I am not going to tell you that Shylock is the villain and Antonio is hero. It is wrong. Concept of hero should be different. Hero is not someone in Shakespearean drama. What will you find? Hero is not someone who saves the entire world or who protects the entire world. According to Shakespeare, hero is someone who protects the dearest one from the entire world. So hero is not like that. Antonio has both good sides and bad sides. So he is a common, simple man just like you and me. Similarly, Shylock, he is a perfect example of human being. So it is very common. They both are very common people, both Antonio, Bassanio and Shylock. But Antonio and Shylock had enmity, huge enmity, age-old enmity. Shylock was a Jew, Antonio was a Christian. So that was the first reason of their enmity. And the second one was that Antonio spitted on Shylock once. Antonio kicked Shylock. Antonio insulted Shylock's religion, and even insulted Shylock's gabardine, means the dress, and his beard. So the relationship is as bitter as anything. Shylock had a great wish to take revenge on Antonio. Now here lies the problem. Since Antonio had no money to give his friend, he had to take money as loan from Shylock. And that constitutes the main problem in the drama, and that will constitute all the other themes in the drama. Antonio is going to take 3,000 golden ducats. Golden ducats mean golden coins. Ducat is the currency of that time in Italy, in Venice. So 3,000 golden ducats from Shylock. And what was the condition? that if he fails to repay the money within the duration of 3 months, then he will be penalized with a pound of flesh. That means Shylock can take 1 pound of flesh from his body. Antonio took it as joke, this condition, since he knew that his ships will return within 1 month and he will earn huge profit and he can return the money. And he thought that what would be the value of human flesh? No one can eat that, no one can sell that. So he took it as joke. But ultimately his ship did not return within 3 months. And Shylock's plan was successful. So this is the basic constitution of the story. Major characters are Antonio, Bassanio, Shylock and Portia. Antonio, Bassanio, Shylock, Portia. These are major characters. Whenever we are going to see major characters in the drama, those plots are called main plot. And when we see minor characters, just like Nerissa, just like Jessica, Lorenzo, Salerio, Solanio, Graciano, these are called subplot. So main characters, main plot, sub characters, subplot. Shylock was a Jew. Jews were not allowed. As I told you, the Elizabethan society, there was a huge racial discrimination. There was a great problem of racial discrimination. Secondly, there was intolerance. Jews were not allowed to live together with the Christians. So they had to live somewhere else at the verge of the city. Verge means the outskirts of the city. They were not allowed to come out of their house after a particular time of the day. They were not allowed to take part in all the business. So what business left to them was money lending. Money lending, and they used to earn interest from that one, which is considered a sinful act. But they had no other works to do, so they used to do that. So in first class, I would like to tell you, don't consider anyone as villain in this drama, neither anyone as hero. Instead, we will use the term antagonist, A-N-T-A-G-O-N-I-S-T, or protagonist, P-R-O-T-A-G-O-N-I-S-T. Here Antonio is protagonist, Shylock is antagonist. No one is hero and no one is villain in the drama, because Shakespeare wants to prove that throughout all his dramas, that no one is hero, no one is villain. The old concept of hero is what? That on whom depends the fate of the entire nation, on whom depends the luck of the entire nation, on whom depends the future, fortune and everything of the people. But in Shakespearean drama, you are going to see heroes are simple, common man, just like you and me. And villains are too, simple, common man, just like you and me. We are going to see simple conversation and simple action, but of great interest. So this is the first class. Next day, I'll come with annotation and paraphrasing. Along with this video, I would like to send you a text, the entire story. It will contain the entire story, enter the drama in the story form. Do read that one. Now, throughout this lesson, I talked about different things, just like dramas, theatre, society and other things. If you have any doubt, if you find any doubt, do tell me in comment box. Ask me in comment box. I will surely answer you back in that comment box. And I will send you the story format in PDF. So do read that one properly, go through that one properly, and if you find any doubt there, do ask me.